weird calling last 2025 last year. I'm so trying to get used to this whole 2026 stuff. What did you learn in 2025? What did you learn last year? Okay. You must have at least learned something, right? What challenges did I overcome? Challenges come, challenges go, but you have to overcome them. What mistakes taught me important lessons? What mistakes taught me important lessons? What am I proud of myself for? Well, let's take it forward. Let's take it again. What did I learn last year? What challenges did I overcome? What mistakes taught me important lessons? And what am I proud of myself for? Reflection is not about blaming yourself. It's about learning. Every experience, good or bad, has something to teach us. The power of a fresh mindset. A fresh year needs a fresh mindset. A smart mindset can say, I can learn, I can improve. I don't have to know everything, but I can grow. Instead of saying, I'm not good at this, say, I'm still learning. Your words shape your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your future. Smart goal setting for the new year. Now, let's talk about smart mind style. Sorry, sorry. Let's talk about goals, right? But the smart mind style. Yeah, that's what I meant. A goal should be clear, simple, achievable, meaningful. Even in class, they taught us this acronym. SMART. S is for specific. M is for measurable. SMART. A is for achievable. R is for R is for wait, yeah, and then T is relevant, and then T is for time bound. Because all these things really add up to how you make your goals and how you're gonna achieve them during the new year. So instead of saying I want to be successful, you can say I want to improve my grades, because improving your grades overall will lead to you being successful. I want to read one book every month. I want to become more confident speaking. Now, you're meant to like write down your goals down, right? Write your goals down. When you write things down, your brain takes them seriously unconsciously. Because like if you're writing something down, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, why are we writing it down? It's so important. So you have to write your goals down. Don't think you can keep everything in your brain. Because overall, some people come out with 10 New Year goals, and they often forget more than half of them after the first 2 weeks of the year. So it's better to write things down in a book that's, yeah, I want to increase my grades. It's better to write it down in a book that you remember to go to often so you can remember to, try and achieve those goals. So write them down so that your brain takes them more seriously and you achieve your goals faster. Time management, your secret weapon. One thing everyone has equally is time. Whether you're the richest person, whether you're the wealthiest person, whether you're the healthiest person, whether you love to do something, whether you have the longest hair, whether you have the longest eyelashes, whether you're anything in this world, we all have equal time. Yes. The days in the amount of hours in a day, 24, right? Everybody has 24 hours in a day. Not because I'm the richest woman in the world, I get 26 hours in a day. No, everybody has an equal 24 hours, no matter who they are in the world. The difference is how we use it. So here are some smart tips for time management. Plan your day the night before. This can be quite tricky because planning your day the night before, you'll be like, wait, I didn't even plan today the night before. What am I planning tomorrow? Tomorrow is going to sort itself out. But somebody that fails, yeah, there's an adjective. Somebody that fails, who fails to plan, plans to fail. Yes, the person that fails to plan, plans to fail. Because without a proper map out, a plan, it's just like building a building and you don't have a plan for the building. You don't have a plan for the interior decor. You don't have a plan for who. The architect doesn't have a layout design of how it's going to be. So it's going to be a failed project. So moving on, do important tasks first. School's resuming in about, oh my gosh, school's actually resuming after next week, the Monday. Oh gosh. And people I'm sure some people haven't even scratched the surface of their holiday homework, and I don't really blame you, but at the same time, well, we need to get the work done. So I'm not actually done with my holiday homework. I have three. I think I'm done with about two, so I should have one more left, or one and a half. And I'm planning on achieving or finishing this holiday homework this week, because next week there may be a lot of activities, the week before school, trying to get ready, get started, maybe an extra week study. And yeah, so I'm trying to use this week wisely to finish my homework. I should be able to finish it today. Oh, it's Saturday, yeah. So I should be able to finish it today, tomorrow, or Monday. So I have a good week ahead. So yeah. Now, now, right. Now, oh my gosh, I can't believe school is resuming in. I need to talk to you all about some back to school tips next week, because I can't believe school is 9 days away. Oh my gosh. Meaning it's not next, yeah, next week, Monday. I need to come and talk to y'all about some back to school tips. But now we have to do important tasks first, which is like writing scripts, writing all my essays, before school resumes, and doing all that. Then after that, I can enjoy the rest of my holiday binging Netflix or YouTube. So yeah. Then reduce distractions overall. Yeah, so there's this thing I do. I just get a blank sheet of paper. Oh yeah, and I'm also drawing. So yeah, there's this thing I do. I get a blank sheet of paper, blank sheet, and then I suddenly just write down like three or four things I need to do. And no matter how messy that blank sheet is, I keep it near me. And as I quickly do the tasks, I take it off, because that when you give yourself less time to do something, you try your best to achieve what you need to achieve in that time bubble you've already created for yourself. So if you say, let's say there's a book that's meant to be read in 3 hours. If you give yourself 1 hour to read it and you're really serious, you can achieve it. And if you can't achieve it, give yourself an extra 30 minutes boost to be able to finish it. Because if you say, oh my gosh, I have 3 hours to do this, you're gonna make some mistakes, you're gonna go take a snack, a cookie, stuff like that. And then rest your body when it needs rest. Rest when your body needs it, literally. Because all work, no play makes Jack a dull boy. I believe most of us have heard this before. And to be honest, like when you just overwork your body, like for example, let's say your body could talk, what would it be saying about you? Because if you're just up all night, pulling all nighters to study, this isn't even a study video, it's more of a goal video. So even if you're just pulling up an all-nighter to watch YouTube videos, or you're staying very late past your body's limits, and your body's telling you, "Hmm, Damilola, Ademola, I want to go to bed," and you're like, no, we're not going to bed now, I still need to finish this episode. That's how you overwork your body. And yeah, so rest when you need it, rest when you need to rest. And remember, being busy does not always mean being productive. For example, there was this thing my mom used to say, busy doing. I would be like, Mom, I'm busy. She would not be like, busy doing nothing. But it's actually the truth. Because being busy doesn't always mean being productive. Productivity is basically like achieving something at the end of what you're doing. I can say I'm busy. And what am I busy doing? I'm busy looking at the wall. Is that being productive? What's going to be the result of me looking at the wall? I can see I'm busy, and or what's it called? Maybe I'm arranging my wardrobe and I'm still staring at the wardrobe. Am I busy? No. But I try, there's a lot of things like, okay, here's one thing. Whenever I try and study, right? There's this thing that used to happen in the past. I'd watch videos on how to study, how to do this, how to have aesthetic notes. And then all of a sudden, I'll say I want to study from um let's say it's 9:42. So let's say I want to study from 9:42 to 10:42 or 10:50 or 11. And then I would spend more than half of that time watching YouTube videos on how to study. Then the rest of the time I'll probably be doodling off. So I was busy, but I wasn't being productive. So yeah. And people often trick their brains into believing they're being productive when they're not, which leads to procrastination overall. So overall, being busy doesn't mean you're being productive. Check what you're doing. Are you being productive or you're just staring at the wall you're studying? Okay, building smart habits. Habits are powerful. Small habits done daily can change your entire life. Some smart habits to try this year are reading for 10 to 20 minutes daily. I know it can be hard, but you can give it a shot after all. I'm also, these things I'm telling you, I'm also gonna try and do them, and I'll get back to you on how they work out for me. But we should do them together. Okay? Revising schoolwork consistently. One thing I'd often do in the past, where a new leaf 2026, is that I'd wait till like a few days before the exam and yeah, and study for the exam. But then I was told a secret that you can just study every day so that you won't have so many things to study the day before your exam. Asking questions in class, oh my days. Literally, asking questions in class. A lot of people are afraid to ask questions or for people to insult their questions. But to be honest, the questions you're asking, can half of the population of the class answer the questions you asked? No, they can't. So, and even if people know the answer, like that's none of your business. Sorry, Ukonwa. It's none of our business. Like we're gonna ask our questions because it makes sense. And the teacher is there to answer our questions, aren't they? They're meant to answer our questions, feed us with knowledge. So when we are curious, the only mistake that we often make is that we interrupt the teachers. After they're done teaching, when they say any question, or even if they don't say any questions, when they ring the bell and the teacher is about to leave, you can ask your question. But if it's an ongoing class and you raise your hand, different teachers, different strokes for different folks. Some teachers will be like, "Oh, what's your question?" Some teachers will be like, "Why are you interrupting my lesson?" So it depends on the kind of teacher you have. But if you can raise your hand up in the middle of lesson, please, and the teacher is willing to answer your question, don't look at anybody and be like, "Oh, these people are going to think this is a dumb question." There's no such thing as a dumb question. Ask your question, okay? Next time you get in class and you don't understand something, ask your teacher. Because your teacher, there's often this thing. Somebody will be trying to ask me something. Ask Mr. Emmanuel, ask Mr. Emmanuel. But they will look at me like, why can't you ask? Because I'm still trying to grab it to myself. I'll now try and be explaining to you again. But oftentimes I do help my classmates. So because I don't understand, sometimes I'll even ask questions for other people because I'll just be looking at them like, why can't you ask, Sha? Let me ask. Let all of us be fed with knowledge. So yeah, and I also try and tell people in my class that they should also ask questions. Like the teacher isn't going to bite you. It's not going to bite you. It's just going to feed you with more knowledge. Practicing gratitude. We always have to be grateful. Grateful to our parents, to our teachers, to God for giving us life and protection. Like throughout that year, nothing bad happened to me. Nothing bad happened to any of us. And if anything, if we did walk in the path, and we always pray that God follows us wherever we go. We do not stir our feet in somewhere that God, the Holy Spirit, isn't filled with. And if we do, the Holy Spirit enters with us. So, yes, we have to practice gratitude to God. We have to practice gratitude to the elders around us. We have to practice gratitude to people around us because a small act can result in big change. Limiting unnecessary screen time. Gosh, literally. I feel like all of us, if you have a phone, tablet, laptop, device, we all need this talk right now. Literally, limiting unnecessary screen time. So, like, screen time, right? Sometimes I check my screen time, and there was this thing in school. They were asking how many hours of screen time do you have per day? And I don't think I'll go in the high range, but I really do need to limit my screen time. So I'm going to try putting some limits. My mom put some limits on some apps, but not all apps. So I'm going to try put some limits and see how like my screen time can decrease. But I actually do use my devices for good at times. But times I can just suddenly start watching Netflix or YouTube or I don't know, scrolling. So I just enter the path of no return where my screen time goes into the high range. So, right, so we have to limit our screen time because oftentimes we just continue scrolling until some. I actually check my screen time. There's parental controls, so I check my screen time back on my phone. All these hours, out of my 24 hours, I've spent these many hours on my phone. It's a no no. So you don't need to change everything at once. Say, start small. Consistency matters more than speed. I mean, I want to bring something up. I was writing a script for my homework. My homework, they told us to pick a TEDx talk, and I picked small acts to big changes. It's part of the options. And there was this thing I wrote down. Let's see. According to an analogy, being 1% better every day for a year results in a significantly better outcome than one large unsustainable effort. And I absolutely agree with that because um example, student A, student B. Student A waits till it's about, they both have an exam in a week. Student A studies a little bit every day before the exam, and student B studies crash crams everything before the day of the exam. What happens? Student A comes out with the better result, and student B is like, "How did you get that result?" Student A leads around to the secret, and they both come out with good results next exam. So yeah, I like stories to happen. So student A and student B, there's a difference. Student A did something every day a little bit. So consistency actually matters a lot. Okay, it's a fun fact break. Fun fact break. Fun fact time. Did you know that your brain creates new connections every time you learn something new? That means every time you read, study, or practice a skill, your brain is literally growing stronger. Yes. Smart minds are built, not born. So some people are like, she's born smart. She's born smart. There's nothing I can do. Girl, boy, there's something you can do. Just try build your brain a bit more. Try challenging your brain. When I was younger, I used to love playing these games called I can't remember, but they're mind games where you have to make connections, stuff like that. And I really loved them. So confidence and self-belief. Confidence is not about being loud. It's about believing in yourself. You don't need to compare your journey with anyone else's. Everyone grows at their own pace. Believe in your effort. Believe in your learning process. Believe in who you are becoming. Let's wake up our brains. What is one habit you can start today that will help your future self? Ask yourself, what is one habit you can start today that will help your future self? All right. Why is consistency more important than perfection? Think about it. Your answer matters. What is one habit you can okay, let's do it personally, first person. What is one habit I can start today that will help my future self? Why is consistency more important than perfection? Think about it. Your answers matter. Now write your answers down and cherish where you've written it. Go through it so that you know that consistency leads to more results than perfection. And a habit you can start today that will help your future self. You can do a draw every day, reading 10 to 20 minutes. We've already discussed some in the episode. Okay? 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 Segment 10. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Making impact and helping others. Being smart is not just about grades, it's also about kindness, leadership, and impact. This year, help someone who's struggling, encourage a friend, use your voice positively, be a role model. Be a role model. True intelligence shows in how we treat others. Yes, it's not just about, my gosh, I mean, sit back, relax. I have straight A's. Yeah, I have straight A's. Only A's and B's. Straight A's. and then you're being mean to others, you're a bully. It's not good. It's really not good because that's not really being smart. It's just getting good grades. But if you have good grades, you're kind, you have qualities of leadership, and you like to impact your society, you will do these things. You can help a friend who's struggling, someone that isn't doing so well, and then you can also encourage a friend. Yes, encourage a friend. Maybe your friend's feeling sad about something. Encourage. Use your voice positively. Do not use your voice for harsh words or for shouting at other people. Use your voice positively. Be a role model. Yes, be a role model to your younger ones. So, well, as we step into this new year, remember these questions. What is one habit I can start today that will help my future self? Why is consistency more important than perfection? And also the question that I asked at the beginning of this episode. The one here, I'm going to say again because I believe some people will also benefit from this. What did I learn last year? What challenges did I overcome? What mistakes taught me important lessons? What am I proud of myself for? What did I learn last year? What challenges did I overcome? What mistakes taught me important lessons? What am I proud of myself for? These questions will guide you throughout the year so you don't make the same mistakes you made last year. And also, yeah, the questions I asked you about one habit you can start today that will help your future self, why consistency is more important than perfection. So, yeah, and don't forget that being smart isn't only about grades. It's about being kind, helping people around you, and doing things that and doing things that younger ones would like to, see as a role model. So as we step into this new year, you are capable of growth. You are allowed to start again. You are allowed to dream big. Yes, I think we've done an episode on this before. Dreaming big, literally. Dream big. Your ideas should be the wildest. If you're not scared of your ideas, they're not big enough yet. Dream big. Your background does not limit your future. Your age, most importantly, does not limit your potential. Every day is a new opportunity to become better than yesterday. Thank you so much for spending this beautiful moment with me on Smart Mind with Kiki, right here on Women Radio 91.7 FM. If this show inspired you, let it inspire your actions too. Until next time, stay curious, stay confident, and always keep your mind set. I'm Kiki, follower, signing out. Happy New Year once again. Bye.